Hello, welcome back to the Wizard Den. Today we're going to be talking about currents. What is a current? How do you join into a current or initiate into a current? And what will a current do to you, and why would you want to do that? First of all, what is a current? A current is a stream of energy. This can be as simple as one specific spirit, or it can be as broad as the occult in general, the current of the occult. Now, what does that mean? Meaning that when you go to initiate into the occult, at first you're not going to have success. But once you're done and you actually initiate into the current of the occult, you'll start to gain things like intuition, abilities, the ability to communicate with spirits. But until you initiate into that current, you will have trouble, unless you were born with psychic abilities, in which case you're already in a current different than others. So let's move on. How do you initiate into a current? You initiate into a current by specifically working with certain spirits. If I start working with Shaitan and Shaitan alone, I will initiate into his current. I will work in his current because I evoked him, or I attempted to evoke him, depending on my skill level, for quite some time, maybe about a week or two. And then all of a sudden, I will be in his current. I will shift, and then I will start to be influenced by that energy, the energy of Shaitan. Either I will start to get a little upset, angry, and it'll take all that inner energy that was, stuck within me, and it'll let it out. Same with any other spirit. If I'm, working with Hanael, and Hanael is the spirit that I'm initiating into current with, I will become very loving and compassionate, very forgiving. Now, if I initiate into a Thoth and Isis current, which I have done, I will become loving, balanced, wise, and I will be looking for wisdom. I will be studying constantly, that kind of thing. Now, what kind of things could you gain by initiating into a current? You can gain things like psychic abilities, intuition, understanding of things that you didn't have before. It can really pay out for you, or it can have negative effects, like you can become depressed, you can become anxious, you can become upset all the time, angry all the time. You can, it can have positive and negative effects. In fact, there's a balance of good and bad effects that happen whenever you come to a current. I always like to banish, because if you don't banish, you get stuck in a current and it influences you, and you're not of right mind and sound mind to even, know if this is what you want or not. But a current will always be there. You will always be within a current of some form, unless you're sitting there and you're banishing constantly, in which case you will be in your own current. You will go back to the base current, which is yourself. So that's essentially what it is. Each spirit has a current. Each archetype has a current. Each brand of spirits has a current. Each style of life, each everything has a current, an energy stream that you can partake in. All it takes is a couple weeks of steadily working with it, no matter what it is. If it's just regular life and being an alcoholic, that current can be tapped into within a couple weeks. That's it. But that is all. That is all for today. Just a quick video on currents, explaining them and how you get into them. And that's all I have to say. So thank you. Thank you for stopping by.